So I'm going to sort this out next game. I'll let this game go on since they're already in the thick of it. So next game I'll stop the players and get the hands, but don't know what warrior is from Neirea, but we definitely see the secret paladin. These guys just went straight into the mulligans. They were not taking prisoners. So it looks like Blackout has got a very strong start. Neirea is going to have to find a brawl or something else to help him. I don't think revenge will be enough, but he's gonna pop up in that secret and try and get that divine shield down, but noble sacrifice is gonna block him. So, massive amounts of aggression coming from Blackout. He's going for that quick win. Just banking on Neirea not having the responses he needs to be able to finish this game off. So this is a whirlwind. So this is looking like Patron Warrior. Might have to throw out some executes. The fireworks will clear up this knife juggler, and now Blackout's out of steam. Neirea may be low, but this is Patron Warrior. A lot of cards in hand. Secret Paladin doesn't have that reach. Oh, so Blackout's going to tank 7 damage to the face here. Drop that knife juggler with the Muster for Battle, and hope that Neirea doesn't have similar answers. Oh, misses. Misses? Oh, and it hits the Throbbing with the last dagger. Feels bad for Neirea. So Neirea's going to need maybe a slam to hold off this knife. The knife juggler is... The knife juggler is the most threatening minion. So as you can see, the spectator's still a little bit bugged. Just gonna message Neirea. So, Unstable Ghoul came down to try and close off this knife juggler. The 1/1s did run into it and deal with it, and Blackout gets that shredder to try and get some more pressure on board. Doesn't bother with the Armor Smith, just needs to go face now and try and find that damage to close out the game. Neirea just needs the cards to sustain on board, and then he'll probably win the game unless Blackout kind of draws like a Tyrion, maybe a Doctor Boom. Slam is going to deal with that knife juggler. So now the Belcher challenges the Piloted Shredder. Ooh, a knife juggler. It's going to be what he needs. Where's that knife going to land? Hits face. And hits the Belcher. So Neirea is very close to slowing down Blackout and getting back on board. I don't know what Neirea has. This is too suspenseful, guys. Execute? Okay. So Neirea is investing in his removal now to try and stay in this game. Knife goes to the Throbbing. So a lot of armor game for Neirea. Blackout not dealing with that armor smith has cost him. And Haunted Creeper off the top is not a great pickup. Might have wanted to clear the armor smith first with the weapon. Played a little fast there. Has to clear the Throbbing now. And I think Neirea has sustained. And Dr. Boom off the top there. With another armor smith. So Blackout needs to draw his own Dr. Boom or Tyrion. Tyrion was a great draw there. Tyrion might just keep him in the game. Gotta kill these Boombots first, I can imagine. Boombot takes out the Haunted Creeper. So can use that Light's Justice to finish off the last Boombot. The Spider soaked up 2 of those Boombots. Showing you how durable that minion really is. And Tyrion, big boy Tyrion comes down. Battle Rage for 2 cards. Might find a Whirlwind. And another Crocon Elite on top of that. So going to use the Armor Smith first. Won't gain value from the effect from multiple minions trading. But knocks off that shield. And now Blackout is on 5 health. Dread Course are going to come down as well to protect Neirea. And that is it. So Neirea takes the first game with the Patron Warrior. So I'm going to sort out this spectator client now. Hopefully these guys won't rush straight back into the game. And now it asks me to restart Battle.net. Feels bad. I'll try and get back in. So Blackout invested a lot into his early game there, but ran out of steam really quickly, and Neirea stabilized, and it was just impossible for him to get back into the game. But that is a good matchup for the patron. A lot of great interactions with those tokens. And hopefully now I can see Neirea's hand. And there we go, we have both hands. So game number 2, Blackout changes to the Face Shaman. And Neirea playing that Rogue, which he's known for as a deck he's specialised in the future, in the past. Tunnel Trog, a fantastic opener. So now Neirea has to leave this guy alone. He could dagger prep into Eviscerate. That's a lot of resources invested. But he feels like he needs to. Doesn't want to leave this Tunnel Trog alone to build up that damage. And coin straight into Feral Spirits. So Neirea was rewarded for that preemptive Eviscerate. That Tunnel Trog would have done 3 damage. And picks up the Deadly Poison off the top. Can be able to deal with these Spirit Walls, no problem at all. And saps the other Spirit Wolf, so knowing he can't play it next turn due to the Overload lockout. Very smart play from Neirea. But Neirea has played Rogue for so long now. Thank you. He has a lot of matchup knowledge, I can imagine. So Blackout feels like a defensive crackle is needed. Slow down Neirea. Gets the 3, doesn't even get the 1. Drops that Haunted Creeper. So Neirea can just go for the Drake here. Maybe find a Fan of Knives to prep out. Could have even healed his Tomb Pillager with the Farseer, but it's going to want that heal for the face. And both daggers, while the daggers don't clear up, the Azure Drake going to need One more dagger to hit. Spirit Wolf's going to come down. Doesn't hit the Azure Drake. And Gadget and Auctioneer off the top. Does he have the best deals anywhere? Nope, he is going for the Farseer SI7. Protecting that Drake. And things are looking incredible for Neirea right now. A lot of pressure on board. Gonna demand a crackle from Blackout on Azure Drake just to slow him down. Hits for 6 this time, so does clear it. And even goes for the Rock Biter. So now it's just a trading battle, just trying to get these minions off board and get something to stick. But we might see the best deals anywhere. Gonna start off with the coin, see if we can draw something. Surprised he went for the prep first, instead of going for the Sin Strike. Goes for the Blade Flurry, gonna clear up most of this. And even the SI7 can finish off that Tunnel Trod. And Blackout, just not convinced he can win off the back of that. No cards in hand, no minions on board. And Neirea takes a quick 2-0. So Neirea is now on match point. His Rogue and his Patron Warrior are being used. And the Blackout still has to win with his Shaman and his Secret Paladin. So Neirea is down to his last deck. And it is a good old mid-range Druid. Gets the Zoolock in the matchup, so we have seen a completely aggressive lineup come from Blackout in this series. Not sticking to kind of the Conquest lineups he was building in the previous matches. And going for the more aggro-centric stuff. Goes for the Innovate into the Living Roots. Not a start you expect from the Druid. Blackout probably feeling like the odds are against him. But he does match that with a Flame Imp into Voidwalker. The dynamic duo of Zoo coming down. And Neirea, not afraid to use that Savage Roar, can clear out both these minions and keep a board of his own. Some heads up Druid play from Neirea here. Goes for the Voidwalker just to try and keep Neirea at bay. But the Hero Power in combination with the Aspirant is going to deal with this no problem at all. Relentless pressure coming down. Ingram Boss is one of the stickier minions. But keeping the Grove off the top. So go for the Silence.
I must safeguard the law.
Goes for the Silence on the Aspirant and pushes damage. So he definitely wants to keep that Mana Crystal. To have Force of Nature available next turn. And then the Ancient of Law. Very heads up play there from Neirea. But this Knife Juggler is going to help clear up this board with some lucky knives. Not a bad response. But Force of Nature going to come down and clear up the Knife Juggler, the Wolf, and the Imp Boss. And Neirea has kept this board nice and tidy with that really strong start. And Tap Egg is going to feel bad. An Ancient of Law going to come down for Neirea. Draw those cards. Implosion is going to handle that Keeper of the Grove. But this is gonna be it. Living Roots, and so many quick games coming from Neirea there. 3-0. And Neirea is our first grand finalist. So Blackout had a very good run, but unfortunately Neirea ended that for him. And he will be going to the grand finals. Blackout does have a 3rd place match to play. So yeah, that was very swift. I was not expecting that, so... Yeah, we'll be going into the grand finals next, so I'll have that game very shortly. So I know that was really quick, and we're going into another break. Cannot be helped, unfortunately. So we'll go into a break now, and then we'll have that grand finals for you. So don't go anywhere, stick around. Let's see Neirea stomp into the grand finals, and maybe he will take those HCT points. So we'll be back very soon. See you soon.